Oh man. Things happen. Like you just gotta make sure you keep up with your hygiene. Like if you got children, you gotta make sure that they keep up with theirs. Like it's a way to maneuver around all of this without completely just closing yourself off. Now I ain't saying run and go get on a plane or on a boat. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta go to school, we gotta go to work, we gotta live our lives, you gotta go to the store. You can't just be afraid.
I think the biggest thing that people probably gonna struggle with is exercise. Because people gonna get tired of walking in the park. They did that shit all 2020.
Yeah, that's not inspiring.
Right. What up, Winfield? Peace.
Walking in the park is not inspiring. But you know, seriously though, it really is. Being healthy starts with what you eat.
True.
Like that, if you can control that, that's like half the battle right there.
Is the door open? Out? That's not a good thing. Peace, everybody. K Anonymous, Big Bass in the building. I stopped saying DJ Incredible for now because I'm relegating the DJ duties to somebody else.
You keep calling me that.
I'm relegating the DJ duties to somebody else, so you know I don't try to get in where nobody shines. You know what I mean? How was y'all day though? I don't know where y'all at. I know it's raining here, but tomorrow we're gonna get back to that spring weather. I'm hoping, because it looked like it next week, all spring weather, right? I'm hoping spring come early this year. Like, I don't believe in that groundhog saw a shadow shit. That fucking hocus pocus. And is it the same groundhog? That, you know what I mean? That's been groundhogging since I was a little kid. Like, nigga, do y'all switch it up? How you know that nigga ain't a liar? You feel me? Like, is it the same groundhog? Yeah. Like, where they get this groundhog from? Is he on drugs? Do he take catnip? You never know. Was he creeping? He could have been in the wrong hole. Feel me? He could have dipped. He could have been in the wrong hole. Oh, what you saying yes to? That it's the same groundhog? Come on now. They calling them motherfucking groundhogs out here. What up, boy? I would like to start this episode out by saying I love all my children, I love all my grandchildren, and I love all my family members. I don't say that enough, and being that half the time, this is the only way y'all get to see me. I love y'all. How about that? I'm trying to unloosen my shit. God damn, boy. Look, if it was a way, you know what I mean? How you deflate them little balls and balloons and just let a little bit out. I ain't got to cheat the whole game. Just let a little bit out at a time. It's a 6-pack up under here, man. I know it. I saw it. I don't know what happened to it, but I got pictures and I got proof. I got video evidence that I had one. Shit been covered up. So listen, right? First off, I want to shout out some black businesses. Quentin Electrical Services from out of Chester. Salute you, my brother. You lace your man. I appreciate you. And if anybody needs a dope electrician that ain't gonna bust you over the head, but don't be trying to finesse my man just because he black. He really does good work. So if you need electrical services, get at me. We do the whole referral thing. I'll put you up on game. Damn, I forgot his son name. I told Duke I was gonna shout him out, but shout out to his son too. You know what I mean? I like to see it when, you know, a father has a business and he got his seed. You feel me? Whether it's a daughter or a son, and they ride. I love that shit. I love that shit. It's very inspirational to see that. What the hell? What you laughing for?
My bad.
What I miss?
I started coughing.
So yo, before I get deep with my shit tonight, I want to talk about this one thing that we're gonna trip on. So look, power couple relationships versus regular smegular boyfriend girlfriend relationships.
Oh my God. Not regular smegular.
Yes.
What's wrong with regular smegular?
Yes. I stress that these two are not the same things.
What's the difference?
When we start talking about boyfriend girlfriend rules and regulations, it's like, nigga, you practicing that shit. You don't have to honor that shit. Don't trick yourself into feeling obligated, nigga, like you married. Cause if you think about it, it's like when you're a little kid, y'all play house. Somebody gets to be the daddy, somebody gets the mommy, and the rest of y'all got to be the kids. You got to play your part. You feel me? If you ain't wifed up, if y'all ain't made that real obligation, you know what I mean? Nigga, don't be tricking yourself into thinking that that's what that is. Because power couple relationships, right?
Elaborate.
I've been in one. Matter of fact, I can honestly say that I've been in two. Power couple relationships. You got the ghetto version where the dude is the hustler and the girl got the jail, or she hustling and he hustling. Shit, they all over the place with things. Exactly. So, but I'm just saying, from that to the highest form, two lawyers or two politicians, right. However you want to chop it up, right? It's all the same game when it comes to that. Now, just because, and I see this a lot about the pack, flip the pack. Now I'm starting to see some funny ass rebuttals about getting that pack and flipping it. It's like, yo, if the nigga was a real hustler, he wouldn't have needed tax money to flip a pack in the first place. That's not necessarily true because you don't know when he started. That might be his start. Shit. So don't be shitting on that man's hopes and dreams, trying to put that poison into the mind of his come up. If his woman wants to put that nigga on his feet, then y'all leave that alone, man. Now, if it's every year the same thing, then that's different. Then somebody fucking up the bag. I feel like, word is bond, right? I feel like you should give a nigga 2 chances. Give a nigga 2 chances to get it right. And if you ain't in the way, because there's what's the fucking word I'm looking for is on the tip of my tongue, man. What's the when you add something to the shit, it's like a fine print. There's some fine print. If you're not in the way of him doing his hustle, because his hustle is taking him other places to go get the bag, and you like, yo, you need to be here and spend time with me, and you ain't making no money and shit, then that's your fault. So he get 3. He get 3 chances now because he had to spend time with your ass. So you gonna have to give up one. That's how that work. That's how that work, man.
Oh shit.
That's how that work. You want nigga can't be out there and be in here. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? You gotta balance that shit out. Cause look, man, you look. I hate to be out with somebody, and I'm thinking, okay, it's on some slow day shit. I remember this, and then my phone just ringing, and I'm just counting the money. And now I'm up, and I ain't even enjoying myself. You feel me? It's like nigga, it's like nigga.
No,
I got to go. Like nigga, nigga, unless you just gonna give me my whole 500-600 right now, nigga, I got to go. Like I'm trying to be here, but nigga, it's calling me over here. I got to go. Shit, you had them days, man. I remember that shit. But power couples, man, look, it's some dope ass women in the world that really, really, really just want shit out of life, and ain't nothing wrong with that. It's some dope ass men out here that really, really want shit out of life, and it's even better when the two meet and they build their empire. You feel me?
Mhm.
I was thinking today, I was like, yo, you shouldn't play with those opportunities if you want something. It's a difference between you on your bullshit and it's only for you and whoever else to know. But if you really, really trying to have some shit, don't fuck up that opportunity doing stupid shit, man. Realistically. Because when I look at a dude who I know, he way down the line. He done put in the game. He done put in the time and he's established. And then this man done had kids, you feel me? And I'm looking at it like, okay, he figured it out. It don't mean all his days are sunny. It don't mean all his days are good. But he's been doing this for a minute. And people should look at other models like that. Hell, when you go into the fucking phone store, you don't look at just one phone. You look at all the motherfucking phones. You feel me? You do the same thing with everything, basically. You want to get the best price. You want to get the best deal. You don't want to be wrong. You want to be right. Well, then do the shit the right way. That's only for those that are serious. Now, for the people who can't find people because you got all of these stipulations and rules and standards, that standard shit is tricky because I don't want to argue with nobody about what their standards are because you have every right to be that way. But if your standards ain't getting you them W's that you need or the one that you need, then yeah, you might need to reevaluate your because times are changing. If you ain't had that dude in what you think is a good space to be waiting for a man, the man, before you need to start adjusting some things, like maybe take another button off and shit. How long do you think a woman should be waiting for the one?
Oh, I can't say because I don't know. It's different for each person. You know what I'm saying?
I understand
don't
that.
think that you could put a timeline on it.
I think you have to though. And you say a year, okay. I think that you have to because, like, okay, I'm explaining it this way. So I know some women who had a child, but they don't have the man. And I don't think they gonna ever get a man because they passed that point of they done raised this child, they done all of these things, and there was no man there. There was some possibles, but wasn't nothing solid. And they close to getting that 10% off at IHOP on that senior citizen discounted shit. So who the fuck wants to wait that long? Who wants to wait 10, 20, 30 motherfucking years for a mate? That's a long ass time.
Yeah, you're right. That is a long ass time.
I think with the way people have changed over the past 20 years, you gotta kind of readjust some things to the time. Because what's weird is being out the game for that long, right?
Right.
And getting back in the game and everything is different.
Right.
What worked in fucking 2000 ain't gonna work in 2021. Right. You feel me? So yeah, that's a problem too for a lot of people. It's just like dudes that get out of jail. It's like all of this shit. I don't remember it being like this. Shit could be overwhelming. Right. You know what I mean? So power couples. You never gave me a number.
I don't know.
Give me a number. Just give me a number so I can move forward.
What's the number for? I don't know.
How long do you think you should wait for a mate?
Somebody said a year.
Yeah, somebody said a year.
Okay, we can go with that.
The rules are not the same when you are dating. The rules are not the same when you are courting. I wish people would stop trying to push that narrative on people because I always fought that. It's like, look, I could tell you anything and still do what the fuck I want to do. I can act however I'm going to act when I'm around you and still go do what the fuck I want to do. A thorough dude is going to make sure the two worlds don't collide. There are a lot of men out here who have mastered this skill. And then there's a lot of sloppy ass niggas who don't know what they're doing. Okay? And they end up getting caught and labeled ain't shit niggas and blase, so forth and so on. Okay? Here's my thing. When people talk about lying in a relationship, right? The times that I lie wasn't because I didn't care about the person that I'm lying to.
Right.
I actually lied to protect the person that I care about.
Right.
And sometimes, I get it, lies, I get that.
Right.
I'm not trying to sugarcoat the shit or none of that. But feel me though. It's a double-edged sword, man. It's a double-edged sword because I don't want to hurt you. I may have done something in a time of weakness, right? But you don't know about it. And I don't want you to know. I fucked up. So I don't want to hurt you with that shit. I don't want to hurt you with that shit. You'll get some women that say, well, I want you to tell me, I want you to be honest. And yeah. Okay. But my barometer for that shit, if you are the kind of person who I expect you to be upset, but we had a kind of relationship to where we could talk that shit out. Not saying let this be some ongoing thing, right? But the fact that we could talk it out, because evidently something was wrong. That if I had that happen, and I ain't saying it's something that you did wrong, it could just be something wrong with me. I don't know. You feel me? But the real relationship, the real power couple shit, is not you getting revenge or treating me differently from here on out, or it really changing the whole course of the relationship. Because if we're together and you care about me and I care about you, then help me.
Like, what if you keep lying though?
But I put that disclaimer was the word I was looking for. I put that disclaimer out there. So look. Watch this shit. Here's another way to say what I'm saying. So say like I ain't never had a girlfriend, but I've been sleeping with women all my life, just left and right. You know, I'm like, my game is fucking phenomenal. I get it. Bam, I'm over here. But one day I decide I don't want to do that no more. Okay? You cut from a cloth to where you're just the opposite. So you're who I need to be with, but do I risk the chance of letting somebody else get you when I know you are the person that I need to be with? You are the type of woman that I need to be with for what I want? Hell no. I'm not, and ain't no dude gonna risk that. So guess what? Whether I'm fixed or not, I'm in a relationship now.
That's what it be like.
And I have to try to work on my bullshit as I'm in this relationship with you. Only certain kinds of people can handle that shit. Everybody ain't made for that shit. Everybody can't thug it out through the good and the bad. Because I feel like if you love me, but yet you know there's something wrong with me, you can't hold that against me all the time or whenever the fuck you feel like it. That's not going to...
That depends on what's wrong with you and what you're doing.
But I'm saying that's not going to make... But that's not going to make a relationship strong.
It's still depends.
Okay, watch this. Let me show you how petty motherfuckers is.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what you're saying what to. What you saying what to. Let me show you how petty motherfuckers is.
Wait, so like
look. Hold up. I got one for you. I got a perfect scenario.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so look. It was this chick, right? And
her
chick.
Okay.
And like we connected. The chemistry was like, damn. So we knew we had to smash. Like she wanted to fuck me bad as I wanted to fuck her type shit. It was just like the opportunity. When that opportunity come, we hot and heavy with it, right?
Right.
Okay. Everything was all love. Then another time, I got sick. I didn't know I had the flu. Okay. And when you had the flu, you had body aches. But my mind was still lusting after her. So I attempted to have sex with her. Not knowing that I had the flu. I found out that was. Just listen though. Just listen though. Just listen.
We gotta cut that shit out.
But you know, you'll get a hard on, then a hard on to go away. Why is he calling my? You know I can't answer the phone, right? What's wrong? Talk to me on here because I can't answer the phone. I get a hard on, and then it'll go down. Because my body was, fevers and all of that. It was going through some shit, right? But I ain't want her to leave yet. Because I ain't want to go out like no poo-put. So we ended up going from in the crib to maybe an hour later to getting in the car and trying it again. And my body wouldn't let me perform, right? We both know that something was wrong with me and that I was sick. I told her I was sick. I just didn't know it was the flu. Point being, that goes on record of a bad performance by me. Why? I'm sick.
How do that tie into a relationship with a nigga cheating and lying and cheating and lying? Like that don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, it do. Because did you hear what I just said?
Did you hear what you just said?
It's something that counts against me.
Okay.
And I have no control over that.
But you're okay.
See, you must have fell asleep.
Okay, did you get another chance
after
that?
Nah.
Even
See what I'm talking about? Petty. But I stated some petty shit. So look, it might have been a dude who she experienced that when she like, nah, nigga, I ain't fucking with you. I'm in that category now. And that ain't my MO.
I mean, that is disappointing.
But I was sick. The fuck, I had no control. I tried.
Why was you trying when you were sick?
Hey man, when the spirit moves me, man.
The spirit was not moving. It was
Shit. And look, I ain't got no control over them other things, but point being, there are petty people like that. I don't speak for those people. They have a dysfunction that is out of this motherfucking world.
Fuck with the flu. You have the
Hey man, nah, look, I had heart, nigga. I wasn't going out like no punk bitch. Hell yeah.
She probably to this
When you sit, look, no, because we flirted with each other after that, but I ain't even want to hit it no more.
So it was on your accord.
No. We stopped messing with each other after that because of that. And that's the only way I saw it. How you like what you getting and then let that one little incident throw the whole game off for you? Like, that's corny as hell. But there are some sadistic ass people who have egos. Women have egos too. And I know that's what it was. You feel me?
That is a disappointing thing,
right.
though.
When you say stay with someone, even if they F up because you're having a problem to do right, but you're trying to do right, sometimes people will keep messing up because they know you're going to stay. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Not speaking for that type of relationship, meaning I have to learn myself. I have to improve myself. You can't do that for me. You can help me, but if you're upset because of what I did, you ain't really trying to help me because you mad. You feel me? That's what I was speaking about. You're not going to help me like you would as if it wouldn't have happened. The same way we help our friends out who's in the same situation. Yeah, we say we feel the hurt that they feel, but it's not happening to us. So it's not the same thing as if it actually happens to you. You not going to help me in the same manner if you're not strong enough to understand that I have a problem. Coming from that world of the example that I gave you, I ain't never have a girlfriend. So how do I qualify as the expert, right? But you are the one who has a idea of how this thing should go. So I have to rely on what you say. Yes, it's better when both parties are up to code and up to par with the shit, but it ain't always like that. Because you got women who have good paying jobs and they get with a broke nigga and try to uplift this brother. You feel me? So I don't want to do the yin and the yang. I'm just saying I have a problem. All right. And stop. And and it's obvious I need help with this problem. But it's not to say that I'm going to keep making the same mistake. That's up for speculation. All I'm saying is that's a chance that we take. If you really love that person, if you really want to be with that person, then you got to thug it out. Because look, we always talk about the problems that men have, right? Let's talk about the problem that women have. Let's talk. I'm gonna give you some of my turnoffs, right? Now, I'm gonna build this woman for everybody to understand. I like natural hair and no makeup. I love natural beauty. I love a sense of humor. I love dope personalities because I'm dope. So it's a beautiful thing when we can just be dope together, right? What else I like? I have little fetishes. I ain't gonna divulge that to the public, but you know what I mean? But let's take the clothes off and get in the bedroom. So let's just say everything on my checklist is good except for one thing. It might be head, it might be the sex is whack. Am I supposed to just throw away the whole person? Because doesn't that make me look fucked up if I do that? Throw away the whole person over this one little small thing.
But that means you're making the decision to have to go more than likely find somebody else because you staying with that one like.
But her question is, do I stay and the person keeps? If I have to keep having sex with that person and whatever is whack is still whack, what kind of person does that make me if I leave her?
Oh, you can.
Oh, I got the glasses on tonight. I'm gonna be on point. But I'm saying though, it's the same scenario. If we gonna start talking that, if they keep doing it, I know dudes who do that, but that's why I threw that disclaimer out there. When he talking about them piece of shit dudes who are trying to take advantage of you, that's the scenario that you painted, not that guy. Not that guy. Because even good dudes, good fathers, good husbands, good lovers, good providers, fuck up. So we just can't lump everybody into this one category because of some piece of shit dude somebody don't fuck with. You can't, everybody is not that guy. We just talking about you knowingly understand. Because let me tell you what's funny. My ex-old lady said to me, if I knew all of the things that I found out about you, I probably wouldn't have even talked to you.
Word. Right.
This is what the fuck she said to me.
Right.
And all I could do was smile. Because I got you, baby. You did? I got you, baby. It's too late. You found out on your time.
But those things make us who we are, though. We come from all different walks of life, and those walks shape us.
Right. All I'm saying is power couple shit, regular relationship shit ain't the same thing. And you get people who, let's say, okay, you get double your food stamps. We gonna put this shit on some project shit. Yeah. You get double food stamps. Fuck around, you got a lawsuit coming. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of licks, right? Your boyfriend fuck around, and 2 months later, this nigga found $10,000 in the fucking garbage can.
What?
Right? Y'all coming up. Hold up. Y'all coming up. And y'all just having all the good luck coming y'all way, right? But you still live in the conditions that you live in. You live in, let's say, the projects or low income housing, right? But you're having all these blessings and all of these fortunes coming your way. Problem is, if you don't know what to do with that money to uplift you up out of that situation, then it's hit or miss. It may be good for now, then it ain't gonna be good later. Power couples, aside from health issues, they don't do that good now, bad leadership. That's the difference between being in a regular smuggler ass relationship. Power couples see things. Power couples understand, yo, okay, this happened. We got to clean that up. We, not him, not I, no separation, because you are a power couple. You have to move in unison in order to be a power couple. Things are on the table that image, yes, but more so the bigger picture of what y'all in this for. And it ain't always just love. Some people want love, money, and the lifestyle. Right. They want the whole package.
Yes.
Walmart don't even sell you the whole package.
I swear.
If you buy the TV, you got to buy the thing to put it up on the wall. Right. It don't come. Right.
Buy anything.
Right. It don't come. It don't come with the internet, or it come with apps. You got to get the internet on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I'm gonna give you the best of the best that I got right now. Like, so people People who are in regular relationships, stop trying to trick these dudes into thinking you're a power couple. Just like the term boss. I hear dudes use that shit all the time. And I'm like, okay, this pandemic really showed who was a boss and who wasn't. Think about that for a minute. All that stuff dudes was hollering at y'all about, did they sustain? Were they able to sustain? Because technically, that should have been a good time for y'all to be out here shopping for men. Word is bond. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. When we was being I don't want to say, well, I guess quarantine, when we had to be at the crib and motherfuckers couldn't be out here shaking and moving like they normally do, then you got to see who the fuck was who they said they was.
Right.
If a nigga can't answer the phone, that means he got a woman at the crib.
The motherfuckers was not working.
Exactly. Motherfuckers is, hey, he at somebody's house. He ain't out here on the streets. Ain't shit open. So this was the perfect time for you. Like, yo, if you ain't get on your shit, man, hell no, you didn't know who had COVID. Yeah, but you don't know who got shit even when we wasn't dealing with this COVID shit. Exactly. You took the same risk. Don't lie to yourself like that. You took the same risk. You ain't know if a motherfucker had HIV, herpes, and all kind of shit. Right. We didn't know.
Fucking, what's the shit you get on your foot? Gangrene.
Gout.
Right, gout. Right, like you don't know. You take a chance with everything. Even
now, we just had Valentine's Day, right? Okay. Those holidays are over. Motherfuckers is gonna be shaking and moving soon because things are starting to let up. And what you're gonna have to deal with? The same old bullshit. Except this time, you bringing in old wounds. You have to ask yourself, what do I really want? And don't forget the 12-to-1 shit. 98% of the dudes you meet are going to come with game. And I don't think it's no way around that. There are some just straight up dudes who are who they say they are. It ain't a whole lot of them left. Because most of them are in relationships. And the ones that aren't in relationships, they probably young. You feel me? You probably gonna have to get you a young boy and just be like, fuck it, this is what works for me. So, but that goes back to your standards and your criterias for men. This, I don't know how y'all do y'all age shit or whatever, but whatever works, man. You feel me? Whatever works, if it motherfucking feel good and it work, then that's what the fuck you need to do, man. And I guess you figure out the rest as you go along. I understand being tired of the same old bullshit, but then that's a reflection of the men that you pick or women that you pick if you're dealing with the same type of characters. You feel me? And if your criteria is the same and that's the same thing that you keep attracting, then you might need to take something out and put something else in or just keep the shit out. Change your fortunes of how you be selecting or the motherfuckers that you attract, man. Because look, I believe I've seen this, right? And I'm still trying to understand. I'm going to have to holler at one of my Muslim brothers about this, though. So I've seen Muslim women covered up. I'm used to them being covered up, right? But you could go on Instagram and see a Muslim woman, and then she got the same tight jean ass pictures that the rest of the women got on there. And that's confusing to me because I thought they couldn't do that. All right? I thought they couldn't do that shit.
I actually seen them with one out of dress the other day. I didn't think they could do that either. And I didn't ask because the setting that I was in, it was inappropriate to ask. But Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I can't say when you have a relationship because that's social media. Like you ain't got no relationship with nobody on there.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm questioning, I don't. I'm assuming. I'm guessing that you can't be with a dude in doing that. You have to be for dolo, and you probably trying to catch you a man, or you can't. I don't see a Muslim woman. But I'm saying I don't see a Muslim woman doing something like that and having a Muslim man as a husband and he's okay in that shit. I just don't see that.
Right.
From what I know about the religion. So she probably is a free agent, free will, doing whatever the fuck it is she want to do just because she don't have nobody.
Right. It's usually how it happens.
Let me tell you.
What the fuck you want to do because you ain't got nobody.
Right. All right. So the importance of having male and female colleagues. This is tricky, but it still needs to be discussed. On a professional level, we all have to deal with people of different sex. All right.
Yep.
Let's say you're in a relationship, but you meet somebody that you like. How do you determine, like, how do you have friends? How do you meet new people? Like, I think this comes down to maturity, but correct me if I'm wrong. How do you meet new people and it doesn't look like you're fucking them? You understand what I'm saying? How does that work? How do you do that? So we went from, look, we just went from some one-on-one shit to other motherfuckers being in the picture now. How do you have friends? How do you meet new people and say, okay, I met a couple, or I met John, or I met Susan, or I met John and Susan, however you want to chop it up. How do you meet new people as adults, right, and bring them into your life without it becoming a problem?
I mean, first of all, you have to be really, your partner has to be secure.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, it's not just a one-sided thing. I mean, you have to be cordial. There's a certain way you have to communicate with people. As long as you ain't touching them all over motherfucker and they don't look sexual, like, what's the problem?
Now, here's the sick nigga in me about to speak. So, motherfuckers who end up trying new shit.
Oh, what we trying?
Whatever. I'm just saying.
Like a new burger at Burger King? What we trying?
Be transparent, your partnership. But of course, but that's
right,
what I'm but that's what I'm asking, right? Because look, let's go back to our teenage years. Okay. You in high school or junior high school or whatever. It's different then. Watch this shit. You know, Ryan, he like you, but you ain't fucking with Ryan, and you have boundaries, and Ryan, even though he like you, he's not gonna cross that. But Ryan is your friend.
Right.
Okay. The guy you want is Todd.
Not Todd. Okay.
Todd supposed to just let Ryan slide, or does Todd have to have a complex about Ryan? Because see, now we're getting into some other shit. You feel me? Sure. Meaning some type of inferiority, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say, complex and shit.
Yeah,
you feel me? But that's not the right way to do things. Because is that the same way we handle that shit as adults? Oh, she don't look better than me. He ain't gonna sleep with her. type shit. And don't act like women don't do that, because y'all do, and men too. Right. So I'm trying to be realistic about how this process works. And if you've never thought about it, this is a safe time to talk about it now. Let's talk about that shit. How do you invite new people into your life? Todd should just know his girl. Ryan should not be a threat. On paper, you are absolutely fucking correct. On paper. But let Todd do some fucked up shit and Ryan catch her ass at a vulnerable moment. That's usually how shit happens. So I guess my question is, what are we really afraid of? How about that? What are we really worried about in those type of situations? What is the real threat? Because it just can't be, and I've heard this a lot. Male friends, female friends. Who that?
Mighty.
Come in. What up, guy?
What you doing, running?
Going through the trenches in the yard.
What's up, my G?
What's up, Reggie?
Welcome to the show. Yeah, you in there.
What?
Karma. But what do you mean by karma? Because I'm still trying to understand. People say female threat. A man to say another male threat. But it can't be that cut and dry. Because then that puts you in the situation where you're only dealing with one sex, and that hell no. Hell no. Hell no. All right, I'm gonna give you all right. Since you doing that, I'm an only child.
Here we go.
Ho. What if my female friend has been the sister I never had? You think I'm gonna cut her off because I like you, or you have a problem with our relationship? Right. Nah.
Okay.
It's tricky. I expect it to be controversial, but that's why we're talking about it.
Because you could have done somewhere when y'all was younger. It might be something there. Like, you can't.
Look, man.
I think that's a good example.
The way I feel about that, because we don't know our cousins and shit like that, you could fuck your fucking cousin and didn't know. Right. So don't open up doors you don't want to open up. I'm trying to keep it simple and civil. I just want somebody to help me understand, how do we do this? Because let me look. I'm not the church going type, so I'm not surrounded by the masses. I'm not surrounded by the whole neighborhood. So I see things differently. All right. My ex-wife, everybody who she said was a cousin was a fucking cousin. I ain't got time to be deciphering that shit, investigating niggas and shit. So, damn, nigga, you got a lot of cousins. That's it. I'm not doing that to myself. You feel me? If that's your cousin, what up, cuz? You feel me? I ain't got time to be doing that. And I'm an out of town dude with no family here like that. So peep game. I'm able to be cool with whoever you say is cool. It's not about me being the fool, if that's what the fuck. But this goes back to control. Okay? I can't control what you do, and you can't control what I do. That's not how this works. Somebody lied and told people you can control people. That's the fear. They're afraid of their own actions and thoughts. You should know that there's still going to be boundaries, even if she is a play sister. I got play cousins, fake god brothers, fake god sisters, all that shit. I know a lot of motherfucking people. You just can't erase everybody I know. When I say I know a lot of people, I mean thousands of people throughout my travels that I have met. Now, does that mean because I am a free spirit that I can't be trusted to love? versus the dude who was brought up in like a small town. That's all he's ever known. He found his high school sweetheart. She from the same spot. Everybody don't have that story to tell. Everybody's not going to have that type of relationship. You feel me? Some people are going to just be different. And that curiosity may be what attracts you to that person. But if you really going to try to understand a person that's like that, then you have to do your due diligence and your punk ass emotions every time something doesn't go to your liking. It's not going to be sufficient enough to sustain that relationship. So you're basically cheating me and yourself. Because if you're not who you say you are, that's not my fault.
But are you who you say you are, though?
I am who I show you I am. Anybody could say anything. And see, that's my point. That's my point right there. If it walk like a duck, it quack like a motherfucking duck, and it look like a duck, then it's probably a motherfucking duck. People do these things where they want to make themselves feel good. But how do you put that responsibility on somebody else when that shit is for you? You want to make you, but then we getting back to control. You want to try to control somebody. You right, but people trick themselves into believing that they can.
You can try to
look.
Someone.
Let me tell you how it gets done. Best head I ever had in my life. Don't mean I ain't gonna cheat on you. Best coochie I ever had in my life. Don't mean I'm not gonna cheat on you. Don't mean I'm not gonna want somebody else. Okay? And there are some people who try to use sex as a weapon. But it's just like everything else. It's no different. It ain't just that one thing. It may be money. It's dudes who feel like they got the control because they got all the money. And I always stress this shit, man, and I done seen it happen before. I don't care how much money you niggas got. If you ain't got what your chick wants, she gonna get it from somewhere else.
But dudes is the same way. Like,
We're not doing that.
It works for both.
I know that. But let a dude come on here so that you can say that too. Because I'm the only dude in the room. So when you say dudes, you're attacking me.
But when I'm the only female in the room.
No, you're not. That's all. Hey.
I don't know what you say. I don't know what they saying.
But you have to remember that though.
Still though.
When I see dudes in here, I announce them. He was in the room, but he here. So that was the one dude right there.
Got us hearing things like it's a ghost or something.
The rules are different for everybody. I can understand and respect that. I've had women who I felt like had a chance, but then there's these funky ass rules that come with this shit. And I'm like, nigga, I can tell you right now, I will run laps around all that shit you got on your list, my nigga. That ain't gonna work for me. Like, who the fuck wants to enslave themselves over beauty and sex?
No one.
A weak nigga. A weak person will do that. A weak person will do that, not me. I know who I am. I know what my worth is. And at the same time, I know how to enjoy life. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm about. Right. You have to enjoy life. Like, even me and my youngins, they get on my goddamn nerves because they so fucking playful, right? But in the back of my mind, I'm like, they young. They trying to stay young as long as possible. And them 20 years that went by for me didn't seem like it, but them motherfuckers flew. And they're here. Now, they ain't gone. They're here. They're on me. You see this shit? That's what them 20 years. 20 years ago, I ain't had none of this shit. The gray hair, hell yeah. I ain't had none of that shit. I ain't had none of that shit, so. Time. We don't have time. Everybody claim they ain't got time. I ain't got time for that bullshit. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for that. If you don't have what you want, you better make some motherfucking time. People are checking out of here left and right.
I swear.
You feel me? Like people are clocking the fuck out this motherfucker left and right. And I don't know if it's because we're in the pandemic that we're paying that much attention to it, but it's people such and such died. I'm like, who the fuck is such and such?
Right.
And then like trying to see if it's somebody that I know and I'm quite sure y'all do the same thing. Do I know this person? Like it's gonna change anything, but still we look because we nosy. We want to know. Is it somebody who I need to pay my condolences to or whatever? Hell, look, the shit that's fucking me up is people who I haven't spoken to in a while, and I speak to them, and then a month later they dead. That's the shit that's fucking with me. I'm trying not to speak to motherfuckers. You feel me? Because it's crazy. It's crazy, but and then on the flip side, it could be that's me saying my goodbyes without knowing that I'm saying my goodbyes. My hellos is saying goodbye. So I don't know. But people are checking out, man. For whatever reason, life, I don't know. All right. Last piece of the puzzle, because this whole power couple thing wasn't my main spiel for this evening.
That's what you totally took over.
Now you still got room, and we making good time. It ain't even 9 o'clock yet.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna let you do what you do. So I wrote something called "Your Blackness Haunts You Like a Ghost." We are constantly reminded of the journey, and every time you look in the mirror or see another black person, you ask the question, do I really like this motherfucker? Do I really like this person? Am I, or I am, while white people moving along remaining the same? We spend a lifetime of chasing a dream that doesn't hold any real value. Materialistic goals created to offset the education and servitude of teaching and uplifting our brothers and sisters out of economical bondage. The money doesn't change the truth. That's why money doesn't bring happiness. A temporary drug high, yes, but not long term. We need leaders that can take the tool we call money and use it to bring balance and understanding. A company that doesn't have employees to manufacture cannot be successful. They need bodies the same way a ship need deckhands. One man cannot control the vessel, yet we always put our faith in one man. And why is that? Why do we always look for a savior? Righteous or not, we all have a role to play. Can you sit back and honestly accept the fact that slavery was necessary? There are people out there, even though black by skin color, don't identify themselves as black. It prompts me to ask, what is the value of claiming your blackness? Is your blackness a myth or just something to be desired? Why isn't your blackness respected like the rest of the colors in the crayon box? Why does your blackness bring you pain and misery? Why is your blackness rejected like insufficient funds? Why is your blackness responsible for so much hate and envy? Let's flip the page. I challenge you all to sit down and question, what does being black actually mean to you? Anybody want to answer any one of them questions?
What's the question?
What you mean? Which one? Because I asked you about 15 of them shits.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Which one you the at the
You gonna have to read the
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
What
What does your blackness actually mean to you? What value does it hold being black?
It's my whole swagger. Like, it's that power, like knowing you're the original, you're the one. Like, every other race just imitates you. It's fun, especially for our generation. Like, that's all we see is us being imitated. So We the OGs, we get to move differently. It's easier for us. Right. Especially with the whole like the media supporting us like crazy, if anything. Well, that's what them actually scared of, for real.
But what you just said, young man, is not just about white folks. What you have to understand, you can't claim original man and forget that we created everybody, every other race that's on the planet.
Even Asians, you think we created Asians?
Okay, no. Because now I'm being an asshole. So you think they came here on the spaceship and got dropped off? We created every other. I keep fighting with my wife. Any advice? I don't know what y'all fighting about. what y'all? I got advice, but what you fighting about?
Right. Oh Lord, it's about to be as cool as base.
But look though, we created every race. Not saying two black people got together and it happened. They could have been in a different climate. Climate changes. I want a Windows machine and she wants a MacBook. Oh.
Mac.
Yeah, Mac. You lost. You lost that fight. Better go with that MacBook.
Better go with it. It's your safest bet.
Yeah, go with the MacBook. Take that L.
Yeah, it costs, but it's worth the money. I just ordered me one.
But yeah, this is to your man though, so he can understand. Because I'm trying to get people to stop saying white folks like these people came from somewhere else.
Right.
We made white folks. Remember that.
Right.
You got to figure out how that works in the DNA pool. Just understand. There's a bigger picture than the people that you see in front of you. Which is why at the end of the day, we can't be pointing fingers and shit at each other. Just like they don't feel responsible for slavery. Think about that for a minute. They don't feel responsible for what they people did. They wasn't there. That's just like me accusing you of being at the club and somebody else was doing the shooting, but you was there. Should your ass go to jail too? Shit y'all don't think about. So we have to be careful when we start asking for shit, speaking for shit, pointing fingers at people and shit like that. We have to be careful. We can't just keep lumping motherfuckers into one category and thinking we right, because we're not. When you know your true history, you claim we are the original people, cool. Well, then that just said we created every race. So you talking about your brothers and sisters, they just don't look like you. And you got to think XYZ amount of years that they evolve into thinking that they are their own people. But that's there for a reason. If they grew up in a house full of white people and nobody had a black child, what you think they're going to be talking about? Right. So it's the same thing out here. We just occupy the same planet. You feel me? We all the same people. Turn the motherfucking lights off. Turn the motherfucking lights off. We all the same people, man. This whole race shit, man, it's all game, dog. When you play football, everybody don't have on the same fucking jerseys, right? This is an easy one, but I'm gonna wake your ass up. Everybody don't have on the same jerseys. You either gonna have on a light colored jersey or dark colored jersey. Is that racism? Right. It's all about your perspectives, man. It's all about how you look at shit. It's all about how you look at shit, man. Yeah, there are some racist people in the world because that's the game that they play. You have to decide if you want to play that game or you want to deal with fair and just people. And that don't have no color. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your boss was purple and the only purple motherfucker on this planet, you going to discriminate against him? I'm quite sure you're gonna have some. I'm quite sure you're gonna have some purple nigga jokes and shit.
Right. Like if he always want only me to work, then I don't know. It depends on what that purple motherfucker, what type of shit he be on.
Yeah, do your. If you want to know your culture, if you want to know the true history of how this thing works, I tell everybody there is a documentary on YouTube and PBS. If you can find that shit, probably had to order it, but it's free on YouTube. It is called The Journey of Man. You don't have to argue with nobody else ever again in your motherfucking life about race. Because the DNA trail starts in Africa. And this motherfucking documentary is one of the dopest things I have seen in a minute. It traces, it follows the path, and they tested every motherfucking race or creed or whatever the fuck type of people and how they got there through their DNA path. And it shows exactly how we got here. That's how ill that shit is. It traced how we got here. It's called The Journey of Man. Look that shit up. It ain't nothing else to talk about when it comes to race. I don't give a fuck who you is. Look that shit up. You argue with the motherfucking DNA evidence.
True.
You feel me? You argue with that shit. Fuck a book. I don't need nothing else. That DNA trail, science, like a motherfucker. And when they show you which races came from that and how people migrated this way, and people went that way, and it went all across the globe. That's why this shit is L. And it showed you all the different races. So once you have that, go back. Now history is fun. Excuse me. History becomes very fucking interesting because now you understand the Moors and Mongolians and the Canaanites and the Africans and all of the Asians. Like, it breaks all that shit down, man. It ain't nothing but like 2 hours, if even that long. One of the dopest documentaries I have seen in a minute, man, that I can actually believe this shit. So look it up, The Journey of Man. All right, mama, go ahead and do what you do.
My phone dying.
Stop playing.
I'm serious. So it was what was it? Oh, the Blackness. Dang, I forgot already.
Come on, me.
My bad.
Come on, me.
I'm tripping over here.
Come on, me.
So we was talking about Malcolm X because his anniversary just passed, and I was saying
his death.
The anniversary of his death
right.
Passed. Yes, it's been 55 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we was gonna do it on Monday, but we had a guest on the show. So what did you say? Because I feel like what you said was more important than anything that I read.
When?
About what happened with the Nation of Islam.
I mean, it's no secret. You got people who pointed the finger at a lot of people, but when you have a whole bunch of enemies in your public, anybody could have, like, they all played a part. If we've got to do it the way Grandma tell a story, everybody's guilty. Everybody's guilty of killing Malcolm X.
Right, but what did you say? Why did he become?
Why he got casted out of the Nation of Islam is because he spoke out and said something that the Nation of Islam wasn't too happy about. So he was he was supposed to be silenced, I think, for 90 days or something.
What is it? He wasn't supposed to speak to nobody?
To press.
Oh.
He was supposed to be silent. Right.
Okay.
He was on punishment.
You have to fast this shit out. No, you might have to be quiet. I don't know.
But I'm saying he couldn't do like public speaking and shit. But
Right.
The information that he found out made him feel some kind of way about what he just believed in. Because you got to think he went from being a hustler to going to prison and finding out the Nation of Islam and the correspondence through letters with Elijah Muhammad and that closeness of you. Because you got to think, you got to ask yourself this question, and now don't nobody bring this up, right? So he had sons, Elijah Muhammad. What was so special about Malcolm X that you fucking invested into him more than you invested into your own seeds, who was brought up from birth in the same thing?
I don't know.
Right. So when you talk about jealousy and the things that come along with that, there's a lot of manipulation going on, especially when you have that much power.
Right.
So we can't really pinpoint any specific thing because it's a lot of energy that's bad around a good situation, what was deemed a good situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you add the corrupt ass government into that shit. Come on, man. That shit could go either way. And you would drive yourself crazy trying to connect the dots. And then you got people from that time who made videos and coming forward. You don't know if that shit is just propaganda.
Right, like
or,
the police officer from New York.
Right. It was a documentary about a couple of people who came forward and said, well, we was the ones who put that together. But see, I'm not cut from that cloth for even trying to like a snake ass motherfucking nigga. Give fuck if you work for the government. Like, nigga, you was part of killing one of the leaders, the positive black men that we had in the community for our people to revere and listen to and get educated from. You killed that. There's no job qualification where we shouldn't fuck you up.
Right. Well, Malcolm X was born May 19th, the day before my birthday. He was a tourist. They wasn't gonna be able to control him. He was the bull. I was like, I just had to put that out there. But he was a street dude, and then I saw like he changed for the nation and he believed in the movement.
Right.
And you know, he wanted the progression of his people, and it wasn't that he was so different from from Martin Luther King. That's the misperception that a lot of people have. Like they think that he was about, I'll fuck you up. But he was just
was.
But it was about more. It was about let's do this peacefully, and then if you mess with me, then I'll fuck you up.
Right,
it wasn't just I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's because Martin was taking bricks and dog bites to the head, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
It's true. That's what happened for the movement of our people. So, but what you said about the sons, though, he was very articulate and he believed in the movement and he had an effect on people.
Yes.
So when
to this day.
Right. And maybe that's what his sons didn't have. See, it's one thing to be like outspoken, but it's another thing to have
to be the one.
People. Right.
The Neo is to be one, to be the one, to be Neo.
Right. So, but and the other thing was that the way that when we was talking about PTSD, the way that he died being shot in front of his
kids,
like that, like
that's
post-traumatic stress disorder for your ass.
And the way his wife died was horrible.
Wait, how she died?
Her grandson set the crib on fire. She died.
What?
Yeah. Betty Shabazz.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that was not in here. Hold on, let me see what that.
Because she's an icon of her own rank, just like Coretta Scott King.
3rd-degree burns. She died from her injuries at 61.
Yeah.
And he served 18 months in a juvenile detention center.
A little firebug.
Hold up, then I think it just said he died in Mexico.
Who, the grandson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
At 20.
yeah. I forgot about that shit.
Oh my God, he was.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. You right. I forgot about that. I read that shit. I forgot about that.
Wow.
So let's talk about that beliefs for a second. When you, you got to compare it to some cult shit. Hell, I feel the same way about church.
Damn,
Some cult shit.
When he did it. Okay,
right.
Sorry.
But you start talking about some cult shit. When you get in mass numbers, that's just how they, that's the terminology that people use. Because I'm like, all right, David Koresh believed he was Jesus. Like the same, what's that John Jones nigga?
Who that?
That the dude that made people drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Right. So you have all of these people who come up with their beliefs when it comes to religion. And if you spit good enough game, whether you want to say it's not game or it's facts or whatever, it's still game, man. And you get people to believe in what you got going on, right? Here goes some funny shit. How is that any different from a gigolo who has multiple women who want them to believe in all the shit that's coming out this nigga mouth? How is it any different?
Did you say gigolo?
Gigolo, hoe, whatever y'all got so many names, dog, whatever. Y'all got so many names for this shit.
I think the dog just fuck anybody.
I'm saying, okay, but he getting something out of it, so gigolo. It's all the same shit, man. Point being though, how's that any? How is that any different though? It's what he wanted people to believe in, so that's what he spit. This is why people call preachers pimps, because it's the same philosophy. You got to be a bad motherfucker to get women out here on the streets to sell their ass and give you all their money.
That's the way you do, because ain't no motherfucking way.
That type of dedication and
ain't no way.
It takes a special kind of person.
All of it.
To pull that off.
I mean,
and there are millions of stories of different types of women who okay that shit. It ain't just the dumb ones or the ones who come from broken homes and hell. There's girls out there who had got good parents and was brought up right. Shit, they was looking for something else and ended up getting met at the motherfucking airport or the bus station. Now they out there selling that gungeon. Shit.
No.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what's the name of that damn thing. It was on HBO about the pimp game in the 70s and porno movies. That's some good shit to watch. Forgot the name of it. What's your girl name? The one that looked like Ashley Judd. What's the actress that looked like Ashley Judd? You're not helping it. But anyway, I forgot what it's called. Y'all need to watch that shit. That's some good shit right there. I like time period shits, man. I do. Just like, hey, y'all need to watch Vikings. I said that before, but I'm bringing it up again. You need to watch Vikings. I want to say the first 4 seasons was really, really descriptive and informative as far as where we are today, even though that's the dark ages and shit. It still stands today. And if you get what I got from it, then you'll understand a lot more the way things are being run and how they ended up becoming this way. So Vikings, check that shit out, man. It's a good shit to watch. What's up, young fellas? Talk to me. What y'all got for me?
You was not listening. I know.
That's what I'm saying. What y'all been doing, man? What you been doing, man? Y'all out here in the rainy rain and shit?
What have we been doing, man? I've been high since I woke up.
That nigga say he been high since he woke up. Did you still sleep? This ain't real.
Exactly.
This ain't real.
On top of the rain.
I remember them days of just being high.
I got stuff done today. I'm a productive stoner.
There you go. You heard that? Productive stoner. We need those.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I gotta get something done.
Hey, I always tell a motherfucker, man, don't just get high. Do something with your high. Like, the fuck? Fuck you getting high for?
It's in the kitchen. You ain't gonna make it. It's in the kitchen in front of the counter. Yeah, it is, especially in the rain. I wish that shit would go away. I hope
it is.
Does come.
It is. Hey, look.
I like to go out there
after the day, we good for a minute.
For real.
It's gonna be 7. Hey, yo, it's gonna be almost 80 degrees Sunday.
Oh,
you ain't ready for that.
I ain't ready for it.
You ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for that.
That means my birthday.
That's
that.
That's that peekaboo weather. That motherfucker is around the corner for real. I'm trying to tell you. He gonna let you. He gonna set you up and be like, go ahead. Picnics and you know what I mean. All kind of outdoor activity. Get you some of that vitamin D. Yeah, get that vitamin D in, man. That's gonna be a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. It's a good day to injure yourself. I'm saying, motherfucker, you gotta think, motherfuckers gonna be fresh off the couch, trying to do some spring weather shit. They ain't done all motherfucking quarantine since the summer, since 6, 8, 9 months ago. And just because it's 80 degrees, I'm going fishing on Sunday. 80 degrees? Yeah, I can see that.
You fish? Not a fish. Do you know how to fish? Nobody ever took him. You gotta break the cycle.
You did? All you need is a pole and a license. We can teach each other. How about that? We can teach each other.
That's a look. Video of him trying to jangle the fish off the hook. Classic. How the fuck you gonna jiggle the fish off the hook? You doing this shit like that was fish abuse.
Nigga, I can't. What you talking about?
He catch fish off.
Nigga, I graduated.
He just don't know how to take it off the hook. No, he ain't all the way there yet. Somebody else gotta take it off the hook. Cause you know it's different ways.
Yo, it's a video of me cussing your sisters out because they abandoned me in my time of need. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what's the funny shit. Your brother, your brother caught a fish. And the motherfucker was up on the land, and because he was freaking out because the motherfucker was wiggling and shit, yeah. And I was like, yo, I told him to step on the fish, so somehow the fish got the fish got off the hook. So you can see the motherfucker jumping on the ground, and I'm telling him he about to jump back into the motherfucking lake. Like, catch that mother. He stood there in shock, yo. He couldn't move. The nigga was paralyzed. He was paralyzed, yo. He couldn't let the motherfucker lit this. He hopped his ass. I mean, we talking about way up on land. That motherfucker flopped and flopped and flopped and flopped till his ass got back in the lake, man. And I was like, wow. You ain't even attempt to catch that motherfucker. Because they had to be him. I had my fish. I had my fish. You know what I mean?
The fans will cut you if you don't hold it right.
It ain't gonna cut your feet. All he had to do was step on his tail. That's it. Help was on the way. Help was on the motherfucking way. Yes, it was. Help was on the way. He folded. He folded like a motherfucker. I'm like, dog, you watch that motherfucker break dance all the way back into the lake. That's all right. He a different. I think he cut from a different cloth now. He'll be able to handle that shit.
Well, it'll be warm enough, so maybe.
Well, look, man, I had fun talking to y'all with my glasses on, looking different. My Versace's on and shit.
You gotta say Versace.
I ain't supposed to do this, but I don't give a fuck. There you go, Versace. Big Bass, K-Anonymous, and our special guests who didn't introduce themselves. Go ahead, tell everybody who in the building, man.
This is good. This is mighty, man. What's up?
Peace. That's the guy.
Yeah, it's your boy.
What? What was that? The legendary? Well, show them what legendary look like. Come on. Face to face. Come on, face to face. Come on, face to face.
That's good.
Face to face. Yeah. We got that young blood in the building. Real Rap Talk Podcast. Hey, I'm supposed to have some guests finally coming through on Monday. And if these dudes show up, trust me, you don't want to miss this episode because they're gonna be fucked up. And they got some crazy ass stories to tell. I've been trying to get them brothers to come in here for a long time, but they stay fucked up. They be forgetting I told them. They be forgetting. Word is Bob. They be forgetting they don't talk to your boy. And every time I see them is, oh man, but they coming Monday, man. If don't nothing get in the way of that, we're gonna have an ill show. So you ain't just gonna see these handsome faces. It's gonna be other brothers up in the building, man. So Real Rap Talk Podcast, man. We out. Peace.